Montreal? Do you forget?
Testing. Testing. Alright, cool. Alrighty, how we doing? I'm gonna have to change that. Alright, there we go. Right on. Got a handful of GMs here. I need to change the title. Not that it really matters, but I'll do it anyways. Alright. There we go. Get the music turned down just a touch on my end. Okay. Alright. So tonight we're going to be looking at the Twins versus the Cardinals. Pretty excited for this one. Thanks for those who came to check this one out. And we'll start out with the standings here after we have a couple games in the books. Looks like the Guardians clinched on those couple games that we simmed, so that's cool to see. Does the X, is that secured the division, or is that wild card? It looks, I guess, would be division. 91 wins now, so they've really picked up some steam here in the late going. That's pretty cool. And then we have Minnesota, who actually bumped up in the rankings the past couple sims. They're now second in the division. 1 second. I have a kid who I thought was asleep. Sorry, be right back. Alright. Sorry about that. Little kid aggro. I'm sure we all know how that goes. Thought they were asleep already. But anyways, let's see here. So the Twins have been moving up a little bit as the Tigers have started to drop off a bit. They're just now at 500. Someone in chat, by the way, just let me know that the audio sounds good if you don't mind. Make sure you can hear me and everything. So Cleveland has taken this division, it looks like, I would assume, as their next best team is 16.5 games back, which is the Twins. And the Cardinals are now only 1 game up. Only 1 game up in their division against the Pirates, which this is going to be a good one to check out as they're trying to hold on to that top spot. Let's see, 83 and 64. They definitely don't want to drop into the wild card because that will likely not allow them into the playoffs. So we need to see them take the division between the Cardinals and the Pirates. So that's going to be a tight one, as this is an important game for the Cardinals, an important series for both teams, which is really enticing. Something I've been looking forward to showcase in our league here with these games of the week. So with that, I will go ahead and drop into the team info, the 5 questions, and we'll see what type of information we have here to look at. So the Twins, they're 6-4 in their last 10, and the Cardinals are 4-6 in their last 10. So the Twins have lost their last 2, and the Cardinals won their last game, which was the first game of the series against these two teams. We started out with an 8-12 loss for the Cardinals going into Game 2 of the series. So the Twins took that one as they're trying to make a playoff push here. But I'm pretty excited for this pitching matchup, so let's jump into the team info and see what we have here. We'll start with the Twins, as they both teams sent over some information. We don't have a guest tonight, which is completely fine, but we want to go ahead and dive into the questions and their answers. So the first question is, yes, what's up? What's up, Steve? Cardinals took the first one, yes, indeed. So we're gonna pick it up in Game 2 here. 2 really young pitchers that we're gonna look at. All right. So the first question that I sent over to Steve, Twins, is his season goals coming into the season and how they're progressing. So his response was that he didn't really have season goals for this season. The Twins have gone 86 and 76 in each of the past 3 seasons, which we just barely made the playoffs once and just barely missed the playoffs twice. So they've been right on the line of the playoffs the past 3 seasons. He says that he made deadline deals each of the 3 years, but was never enough to get us over the hump. So this past offseason, my goal was to trade away some of my vets before they walked in free agency and hand the team over to all the young talent that I had in the minors. Given that, I went in without any expectations for the team. I am pretty pleased with the fact that we have stayed over 500 and in the wild card hunt for the most part. And yes, we do see that is the case. Still very much in the wild card hunt. 2 games back now after the way the early part of the sim is gone, but we'll see if you can pick up a game here against the Cardinals in this series. And then next we wanted to look at some rookies that they have on the roster. So the Twins GM says that there are a lot of rookies on the Twins. Upton, Ebel, Reed, Duncans, Muse, and Galvez all debuted this season, and all have a chance to contribute to the Twins for years to come. But I want to highlight 3 rookies in particular, Steve says. One of which is Jeff McMahon, who we see in the top rotation spot here. Twins GM says that he has been our de facto ace all year. He throws 4 pitches and tops out in the mid-90s. He doesn't generate a lot of strikeouts, but has pinpoint control and induces a lot of groundouts. He was a 4th-round pick in 2027 and has gone from being a mystery to showing flashes of being a bona fide ace. So yeah, let's take a look here as we can dive into his stats a little bit. So 70 potential, 60 overall player, only 21 years old. An ace for an organization at 21, so that's impressive. And he's having a decent season, 3.91 ERA up to this point. He's not allowing very many homers at all. Low walk rate, and a average to slightly below average K rate here. Let me adjust the sound there just a touch. Okay, and yeah, so 114 ERA plus. So he is above average overall, and 3.2 WAR. So that's a really nice looking season for the youngster, only 21. His last start, he went 5 innings against the Cardinals, which was game 1. Allowed 4 hits, 5 runs, which 4 were earned. Only 1 homer, 3 walks, and 6 strikeouts. So a decent start nonetheless for the 21-year-old righty, the number 1 rotation guy. And he is at 184 innings pitched. Something weird going on with the projection there, as that's weird. But he's looking to get maybe 1 more start in this season, possibly 2, as we're at September 14th. So he'll be really close to hitting that 200 innings mark, which is a great accomplishment for the youngster. He is on a pitch limit at 100 pitch limit. So it's good to see that he's able to make that many innings even with the pitch limit on. So that was one of the first rookies that the Twins GM pointed out. Let's check here real quick. Okay. All right, so we have the next up, Omari Sarpong, 8th-round pick in 2027. Throws 6 different pitches, and we're actually going to see him tonight, which is exciting. Another rookie here. He has an excellent K per 9 rate and hit per 9 rate. The scout has him at 60-60 overall. Yes, indeed. And can pair with McMahon to form a future 1-2 punch for the Twins. So yeah, so let's take a look here. 60 out of 60 at 24 years old. He has 6 pitches, which is amazing. That's always good to see for a starter. 4.45 ERA on the year, 113 innings. Very low home run rate, decent walk rate. Likes to strike guys out at 10.3 Ks per 9. and he's right at the 100 ERA plus. So he's right there in the mix for good starters to have, and he's at 24 years old. Looks to be a nice addition to this organization and should be around for a while. Some really good young talent here already, as we're pointing out the rookies in the Twins organization. And then the final, let's see, the final rookie pitcher. A lot of rookies on this team, as Twins GM said that he handed the reins over to the young guys this past offseason. Luis Sotillo debuted last season, but is still a qualified rookie. So let's see where he's at. So he's the closer. Combines a dominant fastball and a wipeout slider to generate tons of swings and misses, and has put the closer role on lockdown for the Twins. So he is looking really good. 3.03 ERA. Really high K per nines. 13.5 K per nines. 3.9 walks per nine. And 147 ERA plus, and he is really putting together a good season for the Twins there. In the back end of the bullpen, he has currently 17 saves on the year, and in 59.1 innings, and so that's a really nice piece there. The lefty closer, and the back end there, the closing spot. So let's move on to, let's see, we have some hitters that he pointed out in the rookie section here. So we have Arturo Arvelo. We've seen that name floated around the league a little bit. Twins GM says an elite contact hitter who rarely strikes out and has been a spark plug for the Twins all year. I was checking to see if he was actually a spark plug, but he's a captain, which is even better. He came to the organization in the Pablo Lopez trade with Baltimore and is only one of 4 prospects in that deal to debut with the Twins. I'm hoping that he can put together a few solid seasons for the Twins so that the trade starts to look a little better for me. And a 65-65 player, only 22 years old, batting .307, 341 on base, 827 OPS. So he's looking really nice. Looks to be playing first base, is that correct? Let's see. Yes, playing first base. So that's 15 homers on the year. He's a threat at the plate basically every time with that batting average. 537 plate appearances this year. So he's really putting it together offensively. Take a quick look at his defensive ability. He's a positive there at playing first base. He has a positive zone rating, a good efficiency and range. So he's nice. He's only 22, so that's really nice looking first baseman. To go along with the captain and high leader and intelligence, which is always a welcome addition to any player. So let's see here. What else did we have on him? Okay, yep. So he's wanting to see good performance from him for the years to come to make up for the Pablo Lopez trade. Next up, Luis Rebeles. Let's find him in the lineup. Here we go. Looks like he plays some first as well, maybe some DH. 6th round pick in 2027. Rebeles' performance at the plate this year has only been average, but he has room to grow and shows flashes of being an elite all-around hitter and defender at first base. And yeah, he's putting together a decent season. 113 OPS plus, so he is an above-average player amongst the league. 263 average and 463 slugging, so that's a 797 OPS. So that's really nice. 25 years old, a 70 potential guy, so lots of young talent showcasing here on the Twins. Always exciting to see these young guys as we get farther and farther into this league. Steve says that, let's see, he has room to grow and shows flashes of being an elite all-around hitter and defender at first base. Both he and Arvelo are clubhouse captains who have a great influence on their teammates. So yeah, that's that's great to have. That's some nice young leadership there from both of those guys. Okay, and then let's look at one final rookie here, Jefferson Rojas. Let's find him. Let's see. So he is currently on fire here coming into this game. Twins GM says a throw-in and a trade with the Cubs years ago who rocketed through the minors. Rojas is a super utility player who has who has quietly contributed to the Twins and never got much credit. This season, he has been at or near 300 the entire season and was rewarded with an All-Star selection. So yeah, his first All-Star selection, 2030. Currently batting 298, 385 on base, and a 444 slugging. So that'd be his slash line for this young 25-year-old. Just a really nice looking young core here in the Twins organization. Jefferson is at a 3.0 WAR as we close out the season here. So good performances from all these young rookies. Let's see. So another point here from the Twins. He says he's not exactly sure who will be taking the ball for the Twins, as I have 6 starters. My manager likes to play with the rotation order. Let's switch over. But the Twins starters are mostly young and will have a big challenge with the Cardinals offense. Twins will need to keep the ball in the ballpark in order to succeed. So we do have our Omari Sarpong, who we did look at in the rookie showcase. So that's nice to see. And as we'll find out here momentarily, the Cardinals will actually have a rookie pitcher in tonight's game. So we have 2 young rookie starters facing off. And then the final point here from the Twins. This was normally the pick-to-click question, so let's see. He says this time of year when great hitters can put their team on their backs and carry them to the playoffs. And Gabriel Gonzalez is that type of hitter. I'm hoping he can get hot for the final few weeks and terrorize opponents' pitching like I know he's capable of. So let's see, Gabriel Gonzalez. Let's look over at him. Where are you at? There you are, right field. Nice, another young guy, 26, 70 overall in potential. Batting 306, 369 on base, 561 slugging. So he's currently at .930 OPS. Having a really, really nice season here for the Twins. He's making a little bit of money at 11.1, almost 11.2 $1 million salary from him. So one of the few guys that's actually getting paid some money that we've looked at tonight. And he's still young, only 26. So he's a nice looking player in this organization. I'm sure we'll see action from tonight. And I think that will round out the information we got from the Twins. So nice looking team here as they're making their late season playoff push. Let's switch it over to the Cardinals. And switch over. Okay. All right, so the St. Louis Cardinals currently at 83 and 64. They're first in the National League Central, only by 1 game ahead of the Pirates. The Cardinals GM, Ryan, he said that his season goals are just to make the postseason any which way. Right now, I'm 82 and 61, and now we have gone ahead a few games here. So he's now at 83 and 64. He's 1 game up on the Pirates with the division lead. He thinks, and let's see, and he is currently, let's see, a few games up would be in the, actually no, he'd be, let's see, 83. Yeah, he'd be a little bit behind the third wild card there, as the Braves have that one. But Cardinals GM says he's in a pretty good spot right now, this late in the schedule, but my lead is small. Might even be slightly different by the game of the week. So just as we're seeing here, it is slightly different. we'll take a look at his rookies. Ryan says that he has several rookies this season. My starting rotation has 3 rookies. Josh Gouch and Josh Odorizio have both done really well, and I think they will be in my rotation for a long while. We will be looking at Odorizio, but let's quickly look at Gouch, the number 2 rotation piece. 55 potential, 50 currently. Let's switch to the Cardinals scout. Okay, there we go. Sitting at a 3.71 ERA in 184 innings, so looks like he's on pace to break that 200 innings mark at 23, which is beautiful. Having a nice looking season, low home run rate, decent walk rate, decent K per 9, and he's sitting at a 120 ERA plus, 4.1 WAR on the season. Looking really nice as we get to the end of this season. So that's a nice looking rookie on this squad, only 23. The second rotation spot. We'll save Odorizio for a minute, and we'll come back to him. But Cardinals GM does say that Odorizio is on pace for over 200 Ks and 16 wins. He also has 3 rookies in the bullpen. Verduzco is a September call-up. Where is Verduzco? There he is. So he's came up as a long relief guy. 23 years old. His first appearance in the majors. Bateman has not been great, but Domingo Romero has been excellent. So let's see, Domingo Romero. He has been putting together a good season. He says that he picked up Romero in a trade with the infamous Noah way back in 2025. So this guy, the legend of Noah, lives on within the league here. He finally developed and has worked his way to being one of my setup men with 64 Ks in 55 innings and 3.09 ERA. So he's still sitting at 3.9 ERA, 3.09 ERA, and really nice strikeout rate, just as the Cardinals GM did point out. On the offensive side, he has 5 rookies. 5 rookies on the offensive side of this Major League roster. Ventura is just a September call-up piece, depth piece. Let's see. Ventura. Juan Ventura. Nice looking defensive player to call up late in the season. He's has not started a game, but he has appeared in a few games. Looks like to be defensive replacements, as he's yet to have an at-bat. Joe Patton has great power and potential, so let's pull up Joe Patton. Where am I missing Patton? I'm missing Patton. Where are you at? There you are. So 60 overall, 70 potential player. Cardinals GM says he's lost the starting first base job through the season. He has still put up 19 homers, but has struggled to hit for average. So that is the case as we see at 179 average. The 19 homers there that he has hit, so he's at his 623 OPS. But he has lost the first base starting role as the season went on. Ajani Owusu, let's look at him. The next player to spotlight here. He started as a bench player, but eventually started splitting time in right field with Bacon. Now that Bacon is injured, Owusu is starting every day. He has huge potential, well-rounded offense with big power, but has been okay with a 92 OPS plus and has played good defense. So yeah, he's still sitting right there, 239 average. Only 8 homers on the year. Gets on base at a decent clip, 325 on base. And so Owusu is the left fielder. We have Jaquan Weiss. So let's look at Jaquan Weiss, the next player pointed out here from the Cardinals GM. He's taken off. I'm sorry, he's taken over for the injured Wynn. Wynn is out for the year, so the position belongs to Weiss now. Very small sample size so far, but he has been good at AAA. He has been good. At AAA this year, he had a 783 OPS to go along with average defense. So he's in the majors at 278 average now. He has appeared in 10 games so far, but he's putting together a nice debut here in the majors the past handful of games. 23 years old, plays really nice second base and shortstop. Jaquan Weiss. And then looks like the final rookie we'll have here from the Cardinals is the Cardinals GM says my best rookie on the offensive side of things is Sam Jones. Sam Jones. Whoops. Sam Jones has taken over for Patton at first base and been very good. Jones is also a plus defender at third, which is why I have to move De La Cruz. He is available. Jones has put up an OPS plus of 118 and has driven in 44 runs and just 238 at bats. So, yeah, he's looking nice here, taking over the first base role, batting 272. He has 11 homers on the year, 789 OPS player. So that's looking good. He's only 25, so lots of young talent as we're seeing here for both teams. So this guy has put the squeeze even a little bit on De La Cruz, who we just might see tonight in this game. All right, moving on. Player spotlight. We have James Talon, my closer, says the Cardinals GM. He was a 6th round pick in 2025, made his debut in 2027, has been consistently very good, but having his best season so far this year. He won the Reliever of the Year award in 2028, but pitching even better this year, 38 saves and 2.24 ERA. So he is currently sitting at 38 saves, just as pointed before, and wrong way. Let's go back. He has a recent blown save, so that's never fun to see, but he's still doing great. 2.33 ERA and does not allow homers. Very few walks. Strikes a decent amount of guys out. He's a 191 ERA plus closer, so he can get the job done. Lots of saves on the year. Looking really nice. So if we see the Cardinals with the lead late in this game, we can assume James Talon will come in to close this one out. Next player, Naomi Toda. Let's see, Toda, I believe, is in the lineup. Yes. Some remarks on Toda. Cardinals GM signed him to a $26 million per year contract for 7 seasons prior to the 2026 season. He has worked out and then some. This season has been his worst so far, and he is still on pace for 35 homers and 26 steals. 3.6 WAR at the time of the message. In his 5 seasons, he has been a 4 to 5 WAR player consistently. Won a Rookie of the Year award, 2-time All-Star, and 2 Silver Sluggers. All 5 seasons have been 2020 seasons. So that is amazing. Really good, talented player here. The past few seasons, he has gone over 100 RBIs. This season looks like he might fall just short of that. But he's still putting together a great season. He's 224 average. He has an 800 OPS, as he does like to hit doubles and homers, with 32 homers on the year. So you'll take the lower average with the high homer rate, and driving runs in. Naomi Toda. So we'll see if he's appears in this game. Let's see. Jamie Alderman is the next player from the Cardinals GM. He's drafted in the 3rd round of 2027. He won the Rookie of the Year last year and has put up just as good a season this year after a very slow start. At the beginning of May, he was hitting 180, now over 300. He's a doubles machine, and his power is still developing. Also, a very good defender and base runner. Wow, so yeah, we'll see. He is looking great at the left field. It looks like he's slotted in center right now, so he has the talent to play center field. An 80 potential player, currently at 70 overall, batting 308. And with the start that the Cardinals GM pointed out that he had, it's impressive to see the improvement that he made. 5.1 WAR currently, and really putting together a nice season here. Jamie Alderman, the center fielder, 24 homers, and he does indeed hit a ton of doubles. Hit 50 doubles last year, and he's at 42 this year. So he likes to drive it into the gap, and he hits a decent number of homers. So he's at a 898 OPS. Amazing 25-year-old outfielder here in the Cardinals. So now we'll see him around the league for years to come with this organization. Let's look at Jordan Walker. We all know him. He is the top ranks most years for position players. Ryan says that he's just been so consistent. He's on pace for 38 homers and 129 RBIs. 6 of the last 7 years, he's put up 30-plus homers, and 5 of those seasons, he's had 100-plus RBIs. He's hopefully on his way to his 3rd 120-plus RBI season in a row. I've been using him at DH, but might move him back into the outfield next year. Could be on his way to the Hall of Fame with 1,278 hits, 261 homers, 790 RBIs, and 252 doubles at 28 years old. So with a lot more career ahead of him, and with that type of career stats, we should see Walker in the discussion, at the very least, of making it to the Hall of Fame, which is amazing. I wish he was this good in real life, but you know what? He's been starting to heat up here lately. What's up, Phoenix Rising? He says, "What's up, everyone in the chat?" As we have a couple decent amount of GMs here taking this one in. All right, so let's take a look now at the pitching matchup head-to-head here, as we have Amari Sarpong at a 5-7 record, 4.45 ERA, and we did take a look. He is 24 years old, and he is part of the, let's see, where was he at in the rotation for the Twins? I forget. 3rd place starter for the Twins. And then we have Josh Odorizio. He has a 14-6 record on the year, 4.33 ERA from this left-handed starter. Similar ERAs between these two pitchers, and 23 years old, Josh Odorizio. So 2 rookie pitchers here facing off. Let's see how they perform the past couple starts. Looks like Odorizio has put together a good handful of starts here, limiting his earned runs to 3 and 2 and 1 in the past 3 starts. Only allowed 1 homer in the past 5 starts. Very few walks. It looks like back on the his start against the Angels, he did have 7 walks, but looks to be uncharacteristic for him. 3.2 walks per 9. He does have a decent strikeout rate, 9.6 Ks per 9. 178 strikeouts on the year, so he is close to that 200 strikeout mark for the season, which is always a huge accomplishment, especially for a 23-year-old starter. But he has a 4-pitch mix: fastball, slider, changeup, sinker. Extreme ground ball guy. Still has a lot of development to do. So he's going to be around for a long time. And the 12th overall pick in the 2028 BAGL draft. So a nice looking starter here that we'll see tonight. Lefty. Let's see here, some comments from the Cardinals on this one. Um, yeah, just like we saw, Odorizio was the 12th overall pick in the 2028 draft and has huge potential. He's a 6'8 lefty, 6'8" lefty with huge strikeout stuff and also extreme ground ball tendencies. Ryan says that he reminds him of a little bit of a young Tarek Skubal. So that's great to have. Great to have in that pitching rotation there for years and years to come. So that's going to be great to see. All right, so we have a pick to click here from the Cardinals. His pick to click would be Odorizio. He has the ability to just flat out dominate the game, he says. He's still developing, so he also has a bad game every now and again, but he likes his chances in this one. So that's the pick to click for the Cardinals GM. On the pitching side, he did give us an offensive pick as well, which is Jamie Alderman. That's the pick to click for the Cardinals GM. He says that I would pick Alderman. The guy hit .415 for the month of August with a .708 slugging percentage. Doing well in September as well. I look for him to get at least one double, Ryan says. And so if we look at his last handful of starts, he is hitting the ball well. 3 hits in each of his last 2 games. So he is hitting well of late. I wanted to check back 1 second just because I forgot who the pick to click was from Steve. Oh, Gabriel Gonzalez. Yes, Gabriel Gonzalez. We're let's see, Gabriel Gonzalez. So this was the other pick to click. Yes, indeed. So that is the information we got from these 2 GMs going head to head here. Should be a good, fun matchup. Let me switch back over. All right. So we'll move into the game and take a look at the head-to-head matchups here. I'm going to pause the music. And we'll get this one underway. Game 2 of this series. Minnesota took the first game, and we'll see the result of this one. Head-to-head matchup looks to go towards the Cardinals as we break down the starting lineups. Jefferson Rojas and Jamie Alderman batting leadoff. We have Roscoe Leshane and Ellie De La Cruz batting second. Arturo Arvelo and Jordan Walker batting third. Gabriel Gonzalez and Naomi Toda batting in the cleanup spot. Brady Ebel and Sam Jones in the 5th lineup position. Wilfred Veras and Malcolm Moore. 6th, Jazz Chisholm Jr. here with the Minnesota Twins. And Ajani Owusu batting 7th. Pablo Aliendo and Jaquan Weiss batting 8th. Walker Jenkins and Derek Curiel in the 9th batting position. And then we have Sarpong and Odorizio going head-to-head here in this game. So without further ado, let's jump into it and get this one started. Welcome into this Sunday night game of the week. So Josh Odorizio, the young lefty on the mound against Jefferson Rojas, the second baseman. We'll get this one underway right now. So the first batter of this game gets a free pass. Jefferson Rojas gets a walk to start the game, so the leadoff man is on for Minnesota. That was a 5-pitch walk. So next up, Roscoe Leshane. He is dealing with some knee inflammation. It's just a minimal injury, but he has been dealing with that. And let's see how he performs here against Odorizio. That is hit to the shortstop. Only play is to the first base side as they could not make the double play on that one. So the first out was Roscoe Leshane as he rounded out to the shortstop. All right, so next up we have Arturo Arvelo. I need to adjust my music. I'm not sure if that reset. No, okay, so it should be fine. All right. Odorizio up next, pitching to Arturo Arvelo, batting 307. So lots of really good batters in this game. Let's see if he can drive Rojas in. He does hit it in the air. That's going to drop to the left fielder, who is able to make the catch. Alderman there in left for out number 2. Only one pitch on that out. Gabriel Gonzalez, the pick to click in tonight's game for the Twins general manager. Let's see how he does in his first at-bat. He strikes him out with a high slider on the inside part of the strike zone. So no harm done there in the first. The walk does not come back to bite him. All right, Jamie Alderman. He is the first batter, leadoff man here for the Cardinals. And Amari Sarpong, the young righty, is going to face off here against Alderman. And he walks him, so both leadoff men walked for both sides here as they get the free pass. Ellie De La Cruz, he's going to be the second lineup batter as Alderman's on first. We'll see what the future holds for De La Cruz in this league as the Cardinals say he is likely on the move. So, the lefty De La Cruz against the righty Sarpong. He hits that one in the air, but that one's going to flip to the left fielder, and who is there in time for Jenkins. He makes the catch. Runner stays put at first. One pitch, one out for out number 1. As Jordan Walker, the DH, is next up. 35 homers on the year. Let's see what he does here. He walks in. Actually, it's a stolen base, and it's there in plenty of time. Makes it safely with the stolen base. His 22nd stolen base on the season. Jordan Walker next. He has one pitch in, which was a ball. And so let's see how he continues his at-bat. Strikes him out with a low strike. He tried to check his swing, but was not able to, as he gets rung up by the first base umpire. All low pitches there, and he got him to swing over it. Naomi Toda next up, batting 224, 32 homers on the year, so he has tons of power. And let's see how he fares against Sarpong. 2 outs on the inning. He hits it high in the sky, and the center fielder's there in plenty of time to make out number 3. Moving on now to the second, we have no score. No hits, no errors from either team in the first. So, both pitchers doing well up to this point. Number 5 batter for Minnesota, we have Brady Ebel, the third baseman, batting 253 with 18 homers on the year. That one's hit to the foul territory on the first base side as the first baseman makes the play. Wilfred Barras, the first baseman, up next. And Odorizio looking to get out of this inning unscathed. That one's hit hard. Slicing over to the right fielder. Hit sharply there into right field, and for the first hit of the game, Barras. Jazz Chisholm Jr. is going to be up next. 1 out on the inning. 6 pitches in the final pitch of the at-bat, right down the middle. And he's slashed it to right for the first hit. Jazz Chisholm Jr. up next. Center fielder. batting 251, has 80 RBIs and 30 homers. Holy cow. 30 homers from this guy this year. That's insane. Another captain player. Nicely built team here by the Twins. All right. So, in September, he is batting 250, only 2 RBIs, so he's looking to change that right here. He drives it up the middle, but the second baseman's there for it and throws it to the shortstop covering for out number 2. Pablo Aliendo, the catcher, batting 237. He's looking to get on base here and continue the inning. And he cannot do it. He strikes out on a pitch inside part of the strike zone. Swinging strike for out number 3. So Odorizio getting the job done, only allowing the 1 hit. Sarpong back out on the mound. He's going to face Sam Jones to lead off this inning, the first baseman. He's batting 272, 11 homers, and it's good for 789 OPS. So the next from Sarpong is hit in the sky. Is that going to make it over to the left fielder? Yes, it will. He has to run for it, but makes the play in the gap. It's a 96-mile-an-hour fastball that got him out. Malcolm Moore, he's going to be the next batter. The catcher, batting 199, looking to get on base here for the Cardinals. That's it. Sharply, but right to the right fielder. He didn't have to even take 1 step for that out. Second out of the inning. Gonzalez makes the out in right field. Johnny Owusu, his first at bat today. Let's see what he can do right here. That's sharply hit up the middle, past the shortstop, who cannot make the play. Sharply hit ball, squeaks through the middle of the infield for the Cardinals' first hit of the game. Jaquan Weiss, the shortstop, he's batting 278. He has 1 homer and 36 at-bats. So he has taken over since Mason Wynn has gone on the injured list for the season, as the Cardinals manager, general manager, pointed out to us before the game. So let's see what he can do, as he has played well since he's gotten the call. He hits it on the ground to the shortstop, who's going to throw it to the second baseman, and that's going to retire the side here as we switch it over to the 3rd inning now. No score. All right. Walker Jenkins, the left fielder. 9th place hitter, batting leadoff. Looking to get on base for the top of the lineup. Odorizio had to battle in that last at-bat, 7 pitches to get that out. Or I'm sorry, I guess that would have been the final out of the last inning. All right, Jenkins, 260 hitter, 19 homers. That's a strikeout from Odorizio for the first out of this inning. Moving it over to the top of the lineup, Jefferson Rojas, the second baseman. 1 out so far, and Odorizio's pitch to Rojas is dribbled in front of the mound. The catcher's there and gets him out just in time, as he had to corral that one and make the perfect throw to get out number 2. All right, 2 outs now. Odorizio looking to get out of this one, 1, 2, 3. And he's going to face Roscoe Leshane with 2 outs. That's a strikeout for the 3rd out. So, the Twins go 1, 2, 3 in that top of the 3rd, as the Cardinals come back out with their offensive side. 1 second. right, Amari Sarpong, 27 pitches going into the bottom of the third, so he's right on pace here. Derek Curiel, the 9th place hitter for the Cardinals, he's looking to get a hit here in his first at bat, batting .281 in the season. And he does not get the hit. It looked good off the bat, but they had the right fielder playing slightly in and is there to make the catch on the sharply hit ball. Turning over the lineup, back to Jamie Alderman, the left fielder, as he does not have a hit today. And Sarpong has only given up 1 hit so far through 1 turn through the order. Let's see how he does the second time. He did. Alderman did have a walk his first at bat. That's a sharply hit ball, which is going to bounce over the first baseman, as first base and second tried to make a play on that one. He could not do it. Sorry, 1 second. Alrighty. So we do have a man on first again for De La Cruz, who did not get a hit in his first at bat, but it's the same exact situation that he was in his first time up. Let's see if he can change the outcome here. A stolen base, so a man's going to be in scoring position for the power hitter De La Cruz, and let's see if he can drive him in. That was 23 out of 31 steals this season for Alderman. So the next pitch to De La Cruz is hit sharply to left, and will they send him around third? Will they do it? I cannot see. No, they will hold him up. They hold him up. The De La Cruz gets the single. So with 1 out, they have a man on first and third, as he's able to make it to third in time, but could not come around to score. And all we have next is Jordan Walker. He's only hit 35 homers this year, and let's see if he can drive one in. He's one of the best players in the league, and he's ready for this moment with only 1 out, looking to get the first run across. So the pitch from Sarpong. He strikes him out. Huge out. Huge out. Feels like a playoff game here, as the Twins starter now has 2 strikeouts and gets him on the slider. He was really skirting around the strike zone, only technically 1, maybe 2 pitches inside the strike zone, but is able to strike him out nonetheless with the sliders. With the cleanup hitter up now, Naomi Toda with a man on first and third, 2 outs now, and he's really wanting to drive this in and not waste this moment. So let's see what Toda can do. He strikes him out for out number 3. So the Twins get out of it with the man on first and third. A stolen base that inning, a walk, or a couple hits. But they cannot come around to score as they leave 2 men on. We do have a pitching duel so far, Steve. Both these young rookie pitchers are really bringing it. Feels like a playoff matchup here, as the both sides playing really well early on. Going into the top of the 4th, and we have Odorizio only 1 hit and 1 walk and 4 strikeouts so far, facing Arturo Arvelo, the DH, batting third at a .306 average. No hits today, however. He's 4th in average in the American League. That's hit high in the sky, but the center fielder looks like he's ready for it. Good contact. Sounded good off the bat, but the center fielder, Curiel, is there to make the play. 1 pitch, 1 out for out number 1. Odorizio cruising right along here. Facing the Twins, pick to click, Gabriel Gonzalez, looking to get on base for the first time today, batting cleanup. And that's a low pitch for a walk. So they were not interested in pitching to Gonzalez. as we had a lot of pitches low, a little bit, and a couple outside the strike zone. So they give him first base, and they're going to face Brady Ebel, 252 batter, 18 homers. In September, he is batting .350 with 3 homers and 10 RBI, so he is hitting well the first half of this season. So the next batter faced Odorizio is pitching to Ebel. And that's hit high, but the right fielder is there in time as that one drifted towards foul territory. The 79-mile-an-hour changeup had him out in front. Another one pitch out, so only 2 pitches to get 2 outs this inning. Wilfred Veras looks to put together a good at-bat here and continue the inning for the Twins. And looks like a stolen base. And he's there in time. Gonzalez, he gets his second stolen base. So a walk and a stolen base gets him in scoring position, as Veras looks to drive him in here. And that's hit sharply. The right fielder leaps for it and makes the play. Owusu, who was ready to make the play, he was focused and made the perfect leaping jump for it and makes the catch to keep this game scoreless. 3 outs. We switch it over now. The Cardinals look to get their first run of the game here. These 2 young pitchers are in playoff mode as they are performing greatly for these 2 organizations. 45 pitches for Sarpong going into the bottom of the 4th, and he's only allowed 3 hits, so we have Sam Jones looking to get his first hit today. And he cannot do so with the strikeout. That's 3 strikeouts now for Sarpong. 6 pitches to do so, and he's going to face Malcolm Moore now, who also does not have a hit today. He strikes him out. So he is looking dominant in the middle parts of this game here with back-to-back strikeouts to start the 4th. Ajani Owusu, he has 1 hit, and he has the great play in right last inning. So let's see if he can build some momentum here. Owusu from Sarpong. He walks him, so second walk today for Sarpong. He does not want anything to do with Owusu. Wow, 7 pitches, so he did battle for that one. He earned that walk to continue the inning on here for Jaquan Weiss. And he walks him, so back-to-back strikeouts, now back-to-back walks as they started to work at bats and build up the pitch count here, which is up to 69 now. So Derek Curiel, he looks to continue the momentum, drive 1 or 2 in here, as he does not have a homer on the year. So let's see what Curiel can do. He hits it hard up the middle. It's going to drop. The center fielder gets the ball, and they send him around third for the first run of the game. The Cardinals now 1-0, as Owusu is the first batter to cross home plate. Could not get the job done there as the walks come back to bite him. He's up to 71 pitches now, as the Cardinals are putting together a good 2-out rally. So Alderman, leadoff batter, with 2 men on, first and second, and 2 outs. That one's hit hard. That was hit deep, and it's over the wall. That's now a 4-run inning here for the Cardinals, all with 2 outs. Goodness, what a number of music. Field volume. Goodness, okay. What a home run there, opposite field by the Cardinals hitter, Alderman. He was the pick to click, and he is putting together a great performance here. So 4 runs now in the bottom of the 4th inning. Still 2 outs as Sarpong looks to get out of it right here. We're not going to get any easier with De La Cruz up. 27 homers. This top of the lineup here for the Cardinals is power, all power. So let's see, De La Cruz against Sarpong. And that one's hit, but that's to the right fielder in time for the play. All right, Jazz Chisholm Jr., who has 30 homers this year. He's looking to get on base here or get one back as the Cardinals hit up 4 in that last inning. Odorizio, 57 pitches. Jazz Chisholm Jr. leading off. And that's a strikeout, but the ball gets away, and he makes the throw in time for out number 1. All right, Pablo Aliendo. He's wanting to get on base here. Let's see if Odorizio can prevent that. And that's hit to the left, but the third baseman makes the play. For out number 2. And Walker Jenkins looks to extend the inning. The Cardinals had a 2-out rally. Let's see if the Twins can do the same. They cannot, as Odorizio gets strikeout. Number 3. Wait, I don't know how many strikeouts he has, actually. We'll see next half inning. But gets out number 3 and prevents anybody from getting on base. Sarpong coming back out. He is going to face Jordan Walker. He's at 79 pitches as he had a long 4th inning. And Jordan Walker is going to do this. Take a walk. So Sarpong, that's his 4th walk today. He's starting to show some fatigue here. Naomi Toda, he's going to try to get his first hit as Sarpong starts to fade a little bit. Let's see what will happen with nobody out, 1 man on first. That's hit up the middle. It's going to drop in front of the center fielder. So the Cardinals hitters coming alive here. There's a man on first and second, nobody out. And they keep going with Sarpong as we're in the bottom of the 5th. Sam Jones, he needs his first hit to get a hit today. And so Sarpong's going to face him. And that's hit high. The center fielder is going to go back for that one. That's going to get it off the wall, off the top of the wall. There should be at least 2 bases. So another run's going to score for the Cardinals. As that ball is smoked straight away center. We have a pitching change. Seth Johnson. He's coming in as they bring out the starter, as he has allowed 5 runs now and 7 hits. He's got a tough assignment. Johnson, he has a man on second and third, nobody out, and Malcolm Moore up at the plate. He has no hits today, but looks to drive at least 1 in here. Let's see if he can make contact. And he strikes him out. So good first batter there for Johnson as he gets out number 1. Much needed out there. Johnny Owusu, he's having a great game. He has a hit. He has a run scored. He has good play in the outfield. Let's see how he fares against Johnson. That's hit high. The center fielder comes in for it. Is it deep enough for this sacrifice? Or for the sac fly? Yeah. That is indeed. He's there in time for another run for the Cardinals. So that's going to be 6 now. Jaquan Weiss, he's going to be the next batter. Seth Johnson, 2 outs now. And he hits that one on the ground. The shortstop's there for it. Makes out number 3. So 2 runs do come across to score that inning, as the score is now 6-0, Cardinals. Hope you guys are enjoying this one. I know I am. See if the Twins can start to build some momentum and chip away at this lead. Jefferson Rojas, he is on fire. He looks to get a hit in this at bat here against Odorizio, who is at 68 pitches. That ball is hit to right, and it drops in front of the right fielder, Owusu, I believe. So he could not make that play, and the leadoff man is going to be on here. That's only the 2nd hit for Minnesota against Odorizio. We'll see if they can build some momentum. Roscoe Leshane, he's going to be up next. No hits in 2 at-bats. And those are the only 2 at-bats he's had against Odorizio in his career. It's another stolen base. Lots of movement on the base paths here between both these teams. We have a handful of stolen bases. Rojas has 15 out of 17 stolen bases this year. So Leshane, 1 ball, 1 strike. Would love to drive Rojas around here. The pitch from Odorizio is a strikeout. So Odorizio just keeps up the good performance here without number 1 and a strikeout. That is his 7th strikeout of the day. Arturo Arvelo, he looks to get a run in here for the Twins. And that's hit right to the left fielder for out number 2. Nothing they can do. Rojas still standing at second base, as Gonzalez, the cleanup hitter, wants to get this run in badly. Odorizio, next pitch. That's hit high. That's going to be to the left fielder again. That's some solid contact on the baseball, but nothing doing as the St. Louis defense is there for it. So they do get the 1 hit that inning, but that's going to be it for the Twins in the top of the 6th. Seth Johnson, 8 pitches in now. He looks to face Derek Curiel, the center fielder. He has 1 hit and 1 RBI today. That's a sharply hit ball to right. He's going to drop it down, make it to first. So the Cardinals' good hitting continues as the leadoff man gets on in the 6th. All right, Jamie Alderman bringing it back around to the top of the lineup here. He does have 2 hits today, including a homer and 3 RBIs. So the Cardinals picked a click here, getting it done. Let's see if he can continue his good day. He takes a walk, so he'll take it, as they're tired of seeing him hit the ball. And they just watch him stroll over to first. A man in scoring position now. Nobody out. Seeing this a little too often here in this game for the Twins. De La Cruz up at the dish, looking to extend the lead. Seth Johnson to De La Cruz. And that's softly hit back to the pitcher. Pitcher cannot. Oh, he can make the play. Gets the out at second. So a good, calm demeanor there by Johnson. Gets the out at second and keeps the double play in order. Wants to get out of it right here. Jordan Walker up next. Another good young power hitter. Amazing baseball player here against Seth Johnson. And that's another stolen base. They just give it to him as De La Cruz gets his 27th stolen base of the year. The catcher mishandled the ball, looks like, on that one. So that eliminates the double play potential there, and now they have first base open. What will they do with Walker? They're going to pitch to him, and he hits it high, but to the outer infield as the shortstop makes the play. Naomi Toda, he has one hit today. He wants to drive these guys in, get a little more insurance in this lead. 2 outs now. And they give him first as it is open. Sam Jones, they're going to face him now with bases loaded. 2 outs. Seth Johnson, they stick with him, 28 pitches. How will this play out? It's going to pop it up. Left fielder comes in to make the play for out number 3. They do not allow a run to score with bases loaded there, and they'll be happy with that. Odorizio, he's back out there. He has 6 scoreless going into the 7th. Only 2 hits and 2 walks today with 7 strikeouts. Odorizio putting together a great performance. So Brady Ebel looks to get on here. He's going to hit it hard. The right fielder has to range way over into the gap to make that, but he's able to do so, which it was a really nice play there by the center fielder. Wilfred Barris, he's going to be up next. He's batting .211. He does have a hit today. So let's see if Odorizio can get him out. He cannot, as that ball is hit sharply past the first baseman. Cannot make the play. So he's going to be on with 1 out as the Twins look to start the scoring here. They'd love to see Jazz Chisholm do just that. 30 homers, 80 RBIs. And let's see where he likes to hit the ball. He loves to pull the ball into right center. And let's see if he can do that right here. Oh, a pickoff. A pickoff. And they get him. They get a pickoff at first. Heck yeah. I wasn't sure what was going on there. It kind of took me by surprise. But that was it. They had the man picked off at first. So Jazz Chisholm Jr. now with bases empty. He looks to get a run on 1 swing of the bat against Odorizio. 92 pitches now. And he strikes him out. So Odorizio putting together a great game. 7 scoreless innings now, only 3 hits. All right, Malcolm Moore. Seth Johnson. They're going to leave him out there for at least 1 more batter. Might as well at this point. So let's see how Moore does. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. He's going to drive it up the middle. The diving second baseman cannot make the play, so he gets his first hit of the day against Seth Johnson. Let's see if they leave him out there. They will not. They'll make the pitching change with Ben Brown coming in. He is at a 4.19 ERA. The Twins general manager says, all Cardinals today. I got to go on my weekly call with the college friends. Thanks for featuring the Twins. No problem, Steve. Have a great time with your buddies, and we'll continue the sim when this one is finished. So Ben Brown against Owusu. Thanks for being here, Steve, too. Appreciate it. So lots of walk as 2 men on now, nobody out. The common theme in this game for the Cardinals. Jaquan Weiss up next. And that's going to drop in front of the right fielder. So that will be, are they going to hold him up? Probably, yes. So bases loaded. Nobody out. 10 hits now for the Cardinals. Curiel, he has 2 hits today with an RBI. He drives it up the middle. Well, these guys are just crushing the Twins pitching here with another run in the 7th. 7-0 now. Jamie Alderman, another good opportunity. Let's see what happens with him here. He strikes him out, so I think that's the first time they've got him out today. Which they're going to be glad to see him walk back to the dugout. And let's bring out De La Cruz. And that's hard hit up the middle past the infielders for at least one. And that'll be 2 runs on a single, 7-9 now. I'm sorry, 9-0 now. As Jordan Walker comes out. And they hit him, so they're tired of it. They are tired of it. They'd rather just load the bases. Ventura, he's a... does not have any stats except for his 2 at-bats earlier today. That's a ball hit deep enough, should be, for a sac fly. So that should make it double digits now for the Cardinals. 10-0 as the Cardinals are piling on here. Pinch hitter Ethan Petrie, so they're starting to get the backups in against the Twins in this one. Let's see how Petrie performs. Only 42 at-bats in the majors. That's going to be hit to the 3rd baseman and out number 3 as they throw it to 2nd. All right, so the pitching change is made for the Cardinals. John Schreiber comes in. He has a 6.0 ERA, 54 innings on the year, and he's going to face Pablo Aliendo, the catcher. That's hard hit, but right to the right fielder. Move this one along. Walker Jenkins up next. And that's hard hit. Drops in the left. The left fielder snags it, throws it back into the infield. The 4th base hit for the Twins. Jeffrey Rojas looking to get his 2nd hit today. That's a sharply hit ball, and that's to the right field, and the runner goes from 1st to 3rd as they look to build a little momentum here in the late innings. Roscoe Leshane, can he get the first run for the Twins? That's up the middle, past the infielder, so yes. 1-out rally going on with Leshane getting the first RBI for the Twins. Arvella wants to continue the runs here. Let's see if he can do it. Up the middle, and that'll be a double play to end the inning. So they get 1. Going on to the 8th. Malcolm Moore, see if he can get a 2nd hit. Strikeout with the high changeup. Owusu now, he's going to try to continue his good performance. Hitting RBI, having a good defensive game. That's a sharply hit ball to right field. Another hit, 13th hit now for the Cardinals. 1 out. That was off a curveball. The shortstop coming up. Weiss, he has 1 hit today. And that's dribbled to the pitcher. He makes the throw to 2nd for the out. 2nd out. Keeping a man out of scoring position. And Curiel looks to get his 4th hit today. 3 hits, 2 RBIs so far. That's hit up the middle to the 2nd baseman. He makes the play. So another hit, but nobody comes around to score that inning as the score is 10-1. Cardinals going into the 9th, looking to close this one out. Schreiber remains in the game. That's hit on the ground at 3rd baseman. Throws it over. Out number 1. Ebel up next. And that's hit high in the sky. That's deep and out of here for the 2nd run now for the Twins. Hard hit ball, 399 feet. His 19th of the year. So they have that one to remember on this game at least, and let's see if they can get another one. Barris. He strikes him out, but the ball gets away. Can the catcher recover? Yeah, no, he cannot. The runner's safe. A strikeout, but cannot get the play as the ball scoots away from the catcher. Jazz Chisholm. He looks to get a couple runs here off of Schreiber. That's hit hard, and that's going to get around. He's going to likely get 2 bases. Yes, he will at least get 2. Will they send him around? They will. So that's going to be another run for the Twins here in the 9th. Trying to make a case here, but we'll see as they get Benito Garcia out of the bullpen. 2.88 ERA on the season. And Pablo Aliendo, only 1 out. See if they can get another one here. That's a pop-up to the infield. The shortstop's going to take it, as the man cannot run in and score from third. All right, 2 outs now. Garcia against Walker Jenkins. And he strikes him out, so the Cardinals take that one. 10-3. Good game early on, but the Cardinals really found their momentum there in the middle innings and just rode it out until they took this one. So the series is tied up now, 1-1, and we'll continue on the sim and move it on from there. So thanks for joining us. Appreciate it yet again, and we'll have one more game of the week this regular season. The final week of the season is Tuesday night. So if you guys see a game or a matchup looks good, just let us know, and we'll try to get that one for you. But until then, I really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace out.